Hi guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we're going through the Geelong versus Port Adelaide game in which Geelong ran out winners by 28 points, 70 to 42. An actual good scoring game, one of the I think highest scoring games this round. So a respectable game given that it's 85% game time or whatever, so you multiply that by the 112 points by like whatever the divide it by 0.85 and you end up around about, I believe, the around about 130 something, and that's not the worst game score. Let me just do it quickly. 131 it would end up as 132ish. So yeah, that's actually pretty respectable for the women's, and it was a fun game to actually watch because it was end to end and it was high scoring, obviously. But before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells so you know when I upload, especially this week, as there should be more content this week, depending on other stuff. But I have a little bit freer week, given that there's no uni classes this week. But anyway, so let's get into the video. So as you can see here, I'll make this bigger because it usually is bigger for you guys. There we go, much better. Houghton top scored for Port with an 88, Dowrick 86, Maloney 70, Ewing 69, Schultz 62, and some people have said like Schultz isn't the best, and obviously isn't the best compared to like a Moffat or something like that, but Moffat is going 90s at the moment, and Schultz's a bad game is a 62. So I don't mind it too much. I mean, she came up against, if we look here, Hoare and Hoare, Darby and Parry, and you had for Port, you had Schultz and Tahu, and Tahu's seems to be injured as well. We'll see what happens there, but Schultz's role might even open up a little bit more, and if Tahu is out injured, which will be even better. I thought she did all right. She gave away a couple of silly free kicks, which limited her away from that 70 that she possibly could have gotten. And I think she just needs to get her hands on the footy more. I mean, if she can take another 2 or 3 marks there and another 1 or 2 tackles, it doesn't even matter about the disposals. She could easily get to an 80 just like that. So I don't think it's the end of the world with there. So yeah, and then you have Saint 54, Phillips 49. Phillips is just annoying. She doesn't get the non-disposal points, and I'm sort of almost in my initial trades for the round, which will change depending on other people's inputs and stuff like that. Some people find someone out of just searching through people. So Phillips I want probably gone. Even she scored a 49, her role just doesn't look there anymore. So got to switch to, I think, Goldsworthy at this point. It does suck that a lot of the time with these girls, they go 10 or 20 under their break even or something like that, and they shift 100k, and it's just like you can't. There's so much movement that one bad game and one good game from players, and you just want to shift their role around, and it stuffs it up. Like Cordner dropped 110k for, obviously at 24 you're gonna drop a lot, but I think Phillips dropped 100k for a 49 or something like that. You just don't see that in the men's game, so it's sort of adjusting with the women's that you got to really be on top of your trades. You can't lag behind. You can't just give yourself a week of just sort of adjusting, and I think that's the thing that that I needed to realize this year is that you don't necessarily want to go for top of the line people because you want to have almost cash in the bank ready to make that trade to that person that has a role change, etc. So yeah, that's something that I'll keep in mind for next year. Mules 46, Foley 43, Syme 42, Cuthbertson, I think Cuthbertson 42, and then that's pretty much it. And as we said, Tahu injured. There are a couple of injuries this round, so take that into account. Morrison 110, and this sucks because I had her in one of my trades as well. I think it was the trade with a Rowbottom or something like that. I had Rowbottom and Morrison available, but I went for Bowers and someone else, and I think that trade ultimately cost me about 150, 160 points, and that would have put me that would have probably put me in the top 500, just even though I'm having a shocking year. But yeah, just missed that. And yeah, Morrison, don't know if she's going to get suspended. It will really suck for those people if she does get suspended, and will probably give me a week to get some cash to get up to her if she is going to get suspended, but I don't know if she will. McDonald 109, she did pretty well, 30 touches, 4 and 6. Prezi, 21, 1 and 9. She doesn't, and a goal, didn't get the disposals, so I think she's in for a big week sometime soon. And I think she's just at that 1.228, I think she is mil. I think she's just at that price where she's going to pop next week. Webster, 27 touches, 89. What is Webster? As you can see, my initial trades. What is Webster? 972k. So, there's that. Emerson, 21 touches for an 87. She's interesting to see. What is her role like? Because she was one that I was pondering over whether to go and grab. Halfback flank, and she's on the kick-ins, it looks like. And if we look here, defensive 50, defensive mid and forward, she actually has a pretty decent role, not going to lie. So, yeah, she's certainly one that you can look into grabbing up. And they do play, who do they play? Bowers, Horse. So they play Melbourne. Melbourne will score against them. So Emont, what's she priced? 842. Could that open something up, giving me 19 more thousand? Giving me 273k on top of Goldsworthy would get me just to 11.13, which is just not enough to get to Hall, Morrison, or Too Good. And Raul only went for a 68, which isn't the best. And Hooker went for 96, but she hasn't shown up this year, so wouldn't be going for her. So I need to find another way to get like 30k out of, basically, I need to find like an 8, 10 or below defender to make this plan work, basically, with getting Cordner out. Like Cordner, if Cordner, that's why Gunjaka could actually work, using Gunjaka there. And talking about Gunjaka, let's actually go to her. 72 for her. Let's actually go to her, like, role, I guess. She's just playing defensive 50, and you can see here Gunjaka, this year, 71, 8, 22, 80, and then she scored 72 again. So it would be a massive risk with Gunjaka because she could drop a 20 like she did against Sydney. But, I mean, I don't know what happened in that game. 86% time on ground. So also time on ground here. Her time on the ground was 77%. So yeah, is that a finish on the bench symbol? Yeah, player on the bench. So yeah, if I do that actually now looking at it, let's just quickly do this. It sucks because Priest is one of the better defenders, but to grab up, where is she? Gunjaka here. And then also to, let's just confirm that, and then also to go back in, and it's this one that needs to change. And then we can go to forwards, and then we can pick up any one of them, but I think Morrison 110. And let's actually just look at this quickly. 2 goals, 2. She plays Collingwood as well, which is a decent matchup. I think Too Good would be the best option. I think that could be another option. I'll probably put that as well, as another thing. I'll probably take another photo if that's too fuzzy by the end of when I post that again on Twitter. But yeah, just you can see that even just going through and finding almost a better option, because that 150k from Priest to Gunjaka saves a lot of the forward line, unless you think that Goldsworthy is going to be so close to the likes of Too Good, etc., that Gunjaka's risk is too high. But we'll see. There's obviously people will probably debate about it, etc., and we'll see what happens when Bowers. If Bowers is fit, then it comes down to 2 trades. If Bowers isn't fit, then there's another probably 2 or 3 trades anyway. So we saw that with Gunjaka going 72. Bowen, Shear, Maloney, Parry, Friswell, Maloney. There's a lot of Maloneys and McDonald's at Geelong this year. Darby, Rankin, Sermon, McDonald, these girls all go like 40s and 50s, which just isn't good enough. You need those 70s in pretty much around the ground at least. And that's pretty much the video there. Try and get these out a little bit quicker because it's already 12 and they need to get out to you guys today before everything. But yeah, that is the video, and I'll see you guys in the next recap. Bye, guys.